Hey, how's it going? It's Keith Townsend from the CTOadvisor.com with today's CTO Daily Dose for October 23rd, 2017. We're going to talk AI, infrastructure in AI, and what is a data scientist? Got this question on Twitter last night. Actually, I didn't pose the question. Another person posed it as a Twitter survey, and I thought it'd be a great topic for today's CTO Daily Dose. So we're going to start at the infrastructure. I'm not an AI machine learning expert, but I think I know enough about the topic at least to introduce the high level concept of what is a data scientist. No, I think set definition for the data scientist, but I think walking through the concept of data science will help determine if that's a correct career path or if you're interviewing resources for a project, you know how to classify the concept of a data scientist. So let's start at the infrastructure. We have data. First, you have to have data. Without data, there is no science. There's nothing to analyze. That data can be anything from huge object repositories or small object repositories. They can be structured, unstructured data inside of a SQL database, an Oracle database, or an NFS file. That's really not the major concern. But you have a large data set and you connect that data set, usually via some high speed connectivity, to the compute. And specifically in compute, we're talking about TPUs and GPUs. So something like Google's open source TensorFlow, which uses uh, specifically built machines or processors to process machine data, or GPUs, uh, systems from folks such as NVIDIA and their CUDA platform that's used to process that data. So you have infrastructure architects and infrastructure engineers that build this high speed data network for consuming the data. So consumption of the data is something that we are pretty solid with from a traditional enterprise architecture, enterprise engineering discipline. That I don't really call that data science. That's typically what we do in the enterprise. However, the expertise needed to take advantage of the TPUs and the GPUs, I think, starts to bleed into the concept of data science, or at least supporting the data science. So, creating the algorithms and models to be used in machine learning and AI is where the true value lies. And in order to make that happen, there needs to be APIs available to that compute and storage to create the models. And this API layer, and I think is where a lot of the magic happens. This is where we'll get our Python developers, our Go developers, our application developers who are actually creating and implementing models, basically math models, to take advantage of the data set and perform analysis. A second role at this API model could be the folks writing apps and services that enable modeling. Example is AWS has announced a AI platform in which you can consume that AI platform. One of the conversations I got in with Michael Bushwood is the at that level it can be as simple as using Excel, or as complicated as creating Oracle DBA, what an Oracle DBA programmer would do, and even more complex than that. So data scientists pretty much, in my opinion, play in between these two levels. The level in which they're actually creating models, scientific models to consume the data, and they're creating applications or taking advantage of applications in which they're creating new models in order to mine data. That's my high level definition. I'd love to hear feedback or pushback if you have a different model or definition of what a data scientist is. I'd love to hear it. Follow me on Twitter at CTO Advisor, or on the web, thectoadvisor.com, or you know what, on LinkedIn, great place to have a conversation. Let's talk, and I'd love to hear your feedback. Until then, talk to you guys next CTO Daily Dose.